Namaskar. Welcome to GS Foundation class at a student circle. Today we will know about the living world. जैव संसार के बारे में आज हम लोग पढ़ेंगे. If we think about living world, we have to think about ourselves, the big elephant, blue whale, the plants, the birds, and very tiny creatures like bacteria, algae. ये बहुत बड़े भी हो सकते हैं, बहुत छोटे भी होते हैं, लेकिन इनमें काफ़ी वेरिएशन होता है, स्ट्रक्चर अलग होता है, अपीयरेंस अलग होते हैं, इनके नेचर अलग होते हैं. But we will not go for the individual one. We have to learn in generalized way. Every creature have organ system, and this organ system are made up of organs. Organs are made up of tissues, and these tissues are made up of cell. So cell is the basic, fundamental, functional part of any living organism. And these cells are also divided in different parts, have got tiny organs called organelle. Cells are of two types, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Prokaryotic means primitive, means it is not fully developed. Its nucleus is not developed, there is no nuclear wall, and organelles are not developed. Eukaryotic means true cell, they are cell in true sense, they have well developed nucleus, having organelles in cytoplasm. Living creatures may be a very small, unicellular, or a big one made up of millions and millions of cells, that is called multicellular. Today we will learn about its fundamental part, that is cell. Cells are also of different kinds, cell of plant, cell of animals. Even in animals so many types of cells are there, but we will learn the generalized form in this session, and in coming sessions we will go for a specific cells. If we think about cell, we must know its structure, how many parts are there, and functions of parts, that is its anatomy and physiology. Both we will have to discuss. So come to the cell. We have a diagram here. We can divide cell in three basic parts, that is cell membrane and cell wall. Second one is cytoplasm, and third one is nucleus. So this one, the outer portion of any cell is cell wall. Cell wall are made up of cellulose, mainly it is made up of cellulose, non-living and hard. It doesn't have flexibility. But one thing we should know, that cell walls are absent from animal cells. They are present in plant cells only. The next one is cell membrane. It is made up of lipid, proteins, and some inclusion of carbohydrate. It is very flexible and it is semi-permeable, means it permits a specific thing to come inside and go outside. Okay? Inside the cell wall, we have a thick jelly-like fluid that contains various tiny organs called organelle. So this whole portion, it is jelly-like fluid that contains fluid and these small organelles. This is called cytoplasm. So in cytoplasm, it contains organelles and cytosol, the liquid portion that contains minerals and liquid things are called cytosol. If you think about organelles, we have endoplasmic reticulum, ER. It is double wall structure inside a shell. Endoplasmic reticulum, ER, this is of two types, a smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, ER, are attached to nucleus and to the cell membrane also. There are some tiny particles attached to this endoplasmic reticulum. It is ribosome. If ribosome is attached, the surface becomes rough, and so we call it rough endoplasmic reticulum. And in a smooth endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are absent and the surface becomes smooth, so we call it a smooth plasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, ER, is responsible for synthesis and transportation of protein and fats. The next candle is ribosomes or polyribosomes. Ribosomes are a small spherical organelle inside the cytoplasm. It may be attached to ER as we discussed earlier, and it may flow freely inside the cytoplasm. Ribosomes are responsible for protein synthesis. Then we have mitochondria. Mitochondria is also called powerhouse of cell. Mitochondria are a double-walled structure. Let me show you the clear diagram of mitochondria. This one is mitochondria. It is double-walled structure. It is responsible for generation of energy in form of ATP. Mitochondria has its own DNA and RNA. Okay. The other part, inside the cell, we have Golgi body. Golgi body is a stick, it is flattened stick, like, or it's a round sac, sticked 1/1. It is responsible for secretion of enzymes and hormones, and also for the transportation of these enzymes and hormones. Come back to the basic structure. Next one is lysosome. Lysosome is also a sac-like structure inside the cytoplasm. It contains enzymes and responsible for all enzymatic activity inside the shell. All intracellular digestion is being done by lysosome. It destroys any foreign element that enters the shell and not required by the shell. It is also called suicidal bag, क्योंकि जब कभी भी इसे महसूस होता है कि कोई फॉरेन पार्टिकल आ गया है तो कभी कभी अपने सेल को ही डिस्ट्रॉय कर देता है, इसलिए इसको हम लोग सुसाइडल बैग भी कहते हैं. The next one is centriole. These are tube-like structures kept one above one, और इसका मेन फंक्शन होता है सेल में स्केलेटन का काम करना, उसको एक शेप देना और सेल डिवीजन के टाइम में सेल डिवीजन को असिस्ट करना. It also contains peroxisome. It is not shown over here. Peroxisome is responsible for metabolism of fat. Now come to the central portion. It is nucleus. Nucleus is enclosed by a nucleus membrane that separates it from rest of the cytosol. It has got some pores called nuclear pores that allows fluid and ribosomes to go outside, enter inside the nucleus. It contains a jelly-like substance called nucleoplasm. Inside nucleoplasm we have chromatin fibers or DNA, made up of DNA or chromosomes. In between we have a very dense structure, it is a spherical, called nucleolus. It is responsible for synthesis of protein. Nucleus is the part that controls and coordinates all the function of cell. So we have seen cell in generalized way. Now there are some differences between plant cell and animal cell. In plant cell, cell wall is present, that is made up of cellulose. It's a rigid portion that it is porous and permeable, means allows everything to go inside and outside. Everything means tiny things. You can't think about a big thing as a fluid. But this cell wall is absent in animal cells. Inside cell wall we have cell membrane. It is also present in animal cell. Another difference between animal cell and plant cell is the vacuole. Vacuole is an empty bag that carries water, some nutrients or waste material that has to be destroyed or expelled outside the cell, or the thing that has to be transported from the cell membrane to any other part of the body. In animals, vacuoles are small, and there are so many vacuoles inside animal cells. But in plant cell, vacuoles are single and a big vacuole is present there. This is the difference between plant cell and animal cell. Another difference, is amyloplast and plastids. Plastids are the substance that provide color to cell, color to plants. It is basically we can divide plastids in three types: leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. Leucoplast is white. Chromoplast have different color, orange, red, brown, and chloroplast, that is chlorophyll, is one of the chloroplast. It is green in color and it absorbs heat, energy from sun to perform photosynthesis in plants. So these these plastids are absent in animal cell. Okay, plastids are absent in animal cell. These are some differences between plant cell and animal cell. In next class, we will discuss the organelles one by one, and then the tissues, the organ system, the organs, the organ system, and division of creatures, their kingdoms in the coming classes. Thank you.